Well, hello guys, MISSPLAYED, and today I'm back for another Wi-Fi battle, and this one is against Twennis McMad. He is a pretty cool guy. You should definitely check him out. He has a YouTube channel as well, and I will link that one in the description below. And he also has a metagame, so that's really funky. So check it out if you want to play with something new, something fresh. So we decided to do a mixed tier battle, and as you guys can see, I bring some cool stuff. Stuff that I didn't brought before, stuff that I brought before. It is pretty cool, and my opponent brought some nifty stuff as well. So my opponent decides to lead off with the Neuform, while I lead off with the Victini, of course. So I don't want to risk him being scarfed or anything like that, so I switched out because, and I didn't want to reveal him being scarfed, me being scarfed as well. So my opponent goes for the boom burst, doesn't do that much, and yeah, it just doesn't do that much, which is very good, very good, very good. Now I set up my stealth rocks, and my opponent actually goes for the switcheroo, and he actually switcheroos me a pretty interesting item, which is the koala berry, but it doesn't really matter because it doesn't really do anything in the battle. So that means I don't have reliable recovery anymore, which is unfortunate. It truly is. So now my opponent goes into the Ninetales, and the Ninetales doesn't like those rocks, and what did I actually do? I went for the Toxic, that's right. I just wanted some recovery on the Neuform, and it is pretty nice on the Ninetales as well. So now I just made a stupid play by staying in because I should not have done that. My Remnal was very important for things like the I don't know, but it was very important in the match, and that was not a smart play. He did get a crit, but it didn't really matter in the long run. Probably I was heat broke, but even if I would have taken it, I probably would not have been able to KO him with an earthquake. But I kill him with a revenge skill on my prime ape, which is perfect. So now he goes into the Neuform knowing that he can take a close combat, and he knows that I'm locked in, so I can't go for the Stone Edge, and I know that as well, and I go into my Altaria and take this air slash really good because I'm specially defensive. I'm a specially defensive Mega Altaria. So now he switches out knowing that I would go for the Hyper Voice, of course, or a Moonblast, it doesn't really matter. And I Mega Evolve looking really fancy, all cotton, all fluffy. It is a really cool Mega Evolution, definitely a better design than Altaria. So my Hyper Voice doesn't do that much because once again I am specially defensive, and that means I don't have the power to actually do that much damage. So now I go into my Whimsicott, knowing that I can actually deal with this guy, and he goes for the defense go, which is a pretty interesting move on Snorlax to say the least, but it did help him in the long run. So now I go for the lead seed, knowing that I can really work that out. And I also went for another lead seed. Yeah, I also got a lot of health back with the leftovers and the lead seed combination, which is great because Snorlax has so many HP. So now I go for the Gondar Guard, knowing that I can outplay this because Power Punch is not very effective, and I'm already at +3 in just one move, which is great, and he has to use 6 power-up punches to work around my 2 Conan Guards, which is really good. So now I actually predicted him to go for a switch because it was kind of necessary for him to switch, but I didn't expect the rest. Well, I kind of thought he would have rest, but in the chance that he wouldn't have it and he would switch out, I just went for the double lead sheet because I didn't lose anything with it. The Giga Drain would not do the damage at all because it is such a specially defensive tank. So now I go for the Giga Drain and look at that, it does absolutely nothing. It does just a little bit more than Leech Seed does. So now my opponent goes for the rollout, it doesn't do any kind of damage, and looking at how less damage it actually does, I decided to switch into my Primeape. Not quite yet, but I will switch into my Primeape, knowing that I can actually take this this rollout because it's resisted, but I didn't expect it to actually do that much damage, because look at this, it does a buttload of damage. It actually does over half. I know Primeape is not that offensive, but it's still not defensive, but it still does a lot. So now I get a lot of health back because Snorlax has so much health, and I thought it would skill, but it doesn't. He lives on, well, probably 10 HP, something like that, because Snorlax has so many HP, but it looks like 1 HP. But because rollout gets boosted the longer you use it, that means the Primeape will go down. It probably would have been close because I got more health back than before. So now going into my Victini, just going for the U-turn, not wanting to waste PP on my V-Create because it does not have a lot of PvP, but it is a really powerful move. And that is great because that Snorlax down finally out of the way. And now I switch it to my Altaria. I know that it can do quite a good job against the rest of my opponent's team. So now my opponent switched into the Scizor, and I knew I was weak to Bullet Punch, but I didn't think it would kill. But then he shows me this thing. He is a Mega Scizor. I don't see that quite that much anymore, so that's why I didn't really expect it. And he goes for the Bullet Punch, and that is able to kill my Altaria. I did have the Flamethrower to actually kill it, but that is a bummer. So now I go into my Victini knowing that I can thread this thing out, and I just went for the safe play, went for another V-Create because I did not want to overpredict anytime soon. And I am glad that I did that because there is a Notion right here, and the V-Create, even though I'm scarfed, does so much damage. It actually takes this Noifurm out, which is so good. Oh man, Noifurm. It is not even that much of a glass cannon. It is a pretty bulky mon for a more offensive mon, so that's really cool. So now he goes into the Mega, and I know that I can't actually outspeed this guy, and I kind of predicted him to actually go for a Protect as well. So I switch it to my haters, my Whimsicott, and as you guys can see, he goes for the Protect. So now I just set up my lead seat. I know I can't really take any kind of hits from this guy, but it was the least necessary poke on my team. And the Air Slash actually misses, so that means that I have a bit more of health left, but in the long run it didn't matter at all. So he gets some more speed boost, and now he goes for the Air Slash and actually landed, which is good. I just wanted my Whimsicott to go down. I knew I couldn't really win this matchup either way. So now he's at +3. My Mozart, my Exploud needs to take 1. And he actually goes for the Bug Buzz, trying to kill me, but I am max HP and I can take that very nicely. Go for the Boom Burst. And here is the point where I started to make a big mistake. So he switches into the Metamar, and I thought I can actually sack this guy off, but that was not what I needed to do, because right here he goes for the superpower and gets the defense drop. But what I should have done was I should have switched into the Victini to take the superpower, because Victini is bulky and it is resisted, and gone for the U-turn, which is 4 times effective. It probably would not have killed the Metamar, but it would have been down to the range that I would be able to sack my Exploud after that and kill him with a V-Create, and after that go for another V-Create on the Mega Scizor, and that would have been game for me. But I'm so stupid. I actually thought I could maybe take it out with V-Create, but after +1 defense it is not able to do that, and that is going to be the game, unfortunately enough. He goes for the Night Slash, and that is going to be the game. So I hope you guys still enjoyed this battle, even though I made a mistake on the end, which I probably should not have done. Check this guy out, and then I'll see you guys in my next video.